Life in Indonesia is fairly laid back and fairly simple, but my mindset is gone beyond this season. We need to take the trophies that are on offer here and then move on as quickly as possible. We need to give ourselves a much bigger challenge in the years that are about to come. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Persik in Bandung, Club 1, Season 1, Part 2. Rocking all over the globe. And it is proving to be very quite straightforward here at Persik in Bandung. We knew at the beginning of the save the club that I had chosen were the best team in the country. They are proving to be just that. And the one or two signings that we made during the transfer window seem to have made all the difference. And as you can see, we are top of the league. We have played 8, we have won 7, drawn 1, and we have 22 points. And that means that we are already 5 points clear of Borneo, who are in second. Our big rivals, the Jakarta club Persija, they are really struggling in the league at the moment, and they are in 15th place. And it does seem like it is going to be Borneo, who we beat in the final of the President's Cup, who are going to be our main rivals. Barito Putera, who we beat in the President's Cup in the semi-final from Surabaya, they are in 3rd place. And so I don't see us having any problems unless FM decides otherwise. But before we go and have a look at what's happened on the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are probably in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff and help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. So let's have a look at what has been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us beating Borneo in the final of the President's Cup. We beat them by 5-1 in the first leg at home. And then we had that 3-2 victory away. A total of 8-3. Worthy winners. And our first trophy in our first episode. And then the league got underway. And we started off with an away trip to PSIS. And we beat them by 3-1. We followed that with a 3-1 victory again at home to Madura United, and then we beat Borneo away by 2-1. Bayangkara was next up and we beat them at home by 4-2 before we beat Bali United quite comfortably by 6-2. Our only slip-up so far of the campaign came at home to Persik, where we only managed a 1-1 draw, and we played pretty poorly, it has to be said. And if we have a look at the ratings over here on the right-hand side, you can see they are pretty dreadful. And then against Arema, we came back after that disappointment, and we won quite easily by 2-1. And then against Persikabo, we beat them quite comfortably away by 4-1. And today we're going to be playing 2 games. We are going to be playing against Persita, who are currently in 17th place. So we should be winning that game. And then Persik, who are in 9th place, but they are underachieving at the moment. And we do have to be very careful about Persik. They are a good team. And they may give us a much sterner challenge than we've been used to, especially as we are away. We're not going to keep on winning, that's for sure. Defeats are going to come. It's just a matter of when. But if we can remain vigilant and keep playing well and avoid games like Persik, then possibly we could go unbeaten this season and win 3 trophies as well, which will be the perfect start to the campaign and give us opportunities possibly overseas to set up more difficult challenges. If we look at what's happening with the squad, you can see that everybody seems to be playing extremely well. There are a number of odd ones like Frets Butuan, who has become a first-team player, and he's playing exceptionally well on the left wing. He's just a 2-star rating from the coaches, but he has played 14 times. He has 5 goals and 7 assists. He has an average rating of 7.45, but he has gone out of form a little bit at the moment. The average rating over the last 5 games is only 6.7. 7-2. One to be looking out for, as he is not at his best at the moment, but he's got off to a lightning start for someone who was not originally a first-team player. In terms of the biggest goal scorer at the moment, Ezra Walian has 9 goals and 0 assists from his 8 appearances. Absolutely outstanding return. And he's followed by Kurnia, who has 7 goals. Hariadi, who has played exceptionally well. He has 7 goals and 3 assists. And Nick Kuipers from centre-back. He has 7 goals and 3 assists, proving that if you've got tall players in your squad, and these guys are tall by Indonesian standards, and that's why I think we're scoring a lot of goals from set pieces. Club dynamics are fine. We have 3 players who are unhappy. Apparently, I have made these unhappy. I have Leilu who wants to leave. He's left out of the League One squad. I had too many foreign players. I accept that was my mistake. As well as Karura, who wants to leave because he was left out as well. I had to leave players out. They want to leave. I understand that. I don't have a problem with that. And we're trying to sell those as we speak. And then Saidi, he's unhappy with my harsh team talk before the game against Barita Patera. And that was way back in the President's Cup semi-final. He's going to actually just dwell on that for a few months, I guess. What's really interesting is that the team are not bonding very well together. They're not blending very well. And I would have thought if we are winning so many games, and we are unbeaten at the moment, that they would be blending together a little bit better than they actually are. But it is early days, and we have to see how that is going to work out. In terms of player happiness, we're always going to have this in FM24. Players wanting new contracts, players wanting to leave, players being unhappy about team talks, players being unhappy about your new haircut or your new dressing gown. I don't know. They're going to be unhappy, and we have to deal with all the unhappiness that is going to come up in FM24. It is something new for us all to deal with, and deal with it we're going to have to. But overall, I would say things are going very well. And if we have a look at the data hub and how things are going in terms of the last 5 matches, there is a suggestion that we should be playing with the low block, because 5 of the 6 goals we've conceded have been scored from positions close to the penalty spot. And that is a very fair point. And possibly we do need to do something with the lines, and I might try out the low block. But as we are not pressing, I don't see that that's going to actually hurt the team very much in terms of a press high up the pitch. So we might try out this low block during the next fixture or two and see if it does actually make a difference. But overall, we are playing extremely well. And so that's it in terms of what's been happening on and off the pitch and any analysis that we have. We have a squad that's fairly happy and fairly injury-free, and that's not something I've been able to say so far in FM24. We also have a team that are winning football matches, and we have 2 to play now today, and we're going to begin at home to Persita. Persita, who are in 17th place, and we should be knocking these over quite comfortably. I'll go and get the team ready for today's game. We'll be right back. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today is Alam in goal with Antara, Kuipers, Rodrigo and Sato at the back. Clock, Putra and Madinda in midfield, with Hariadi, Kurnia and Walian up front. One of the changes that I have made is to adjust the mentality of the team today. And I've done that because I have this funny feeling that perhaps the amount of goals that we are conceding is to do with the risk taking, and the mentality really is about team risk. And if we are giving the ball away, which we seem to be doing, it might be because the team are taking more risks than they should be given their level of ability. So I've dropped it down to balanced, and we'll see if this makes any difference, and see if that we stop giving the ball away so much with a reduced mentality. We still should be attacking. We still should be winning this game. I'm just hoping that we concede a few less, and maybe the low block is not the answer. Maybe it is to address the mentality of the team. And here is Kuipers. Kuipers has a free kick. He looks for Klopp. Klopp, he finds Alberto Rodriguez, and that's a lovely pass inside. And Walian finds Sato. Sato, who's come inside, and he finds Walian again. Walian dropping deep to get the ball. He finds Kurnia. Kurnia finds Madinda. Madinda looking for a long-range shot, has hit the crossbar. It's gone up in the air, over the crossbar and gone out for a goal kick. We've made a good start, and we are actually dominating the game. Again, we're not getting our shots on target, which is a bit of a worry, but hopefully this will come as the match progresses. And it is going to be Alberto, as he likes to be known, Rodriguez at centre-back. He finds Kuipers. Kuipers, who's got 7 goals already from centre-back this season. And he finds Walian. Walian with a lovely pass to Madinda. Madinda has taken another shot and he's hit the crossbar again. He's hit the crossbar twice already. I guess that you could say he's a bit unlucky. I'd say he's got to stop shooting from outside the penalty area. And maybe I need to be telling him to stop doing it. Maybe he is actually told to shoot less often. So I'm not quite sure why he's actually not doing it. And so maybe I need to shout at him and just remind him that he needs to focus and just make sure that he's not doing the things that he's not told to do. And he is told to shoot less often. I don't want him blasting it from 30 yards anymore. As Sato comes forward. Sato's looking to get round the back on the left. Can he get a cross in? He's on his own now. He's a bit isolated, but does get a cross in. He floats it to the back post. It is a chance. We have scored, and Kurnia has made it 1-0 to Persib. We are still on track. We are winning games. And fairly straightforward, fairly simple goal. And finally, we have broken the deadlock as Sato is playing well at fullback. And lovely cross, bit floated, but we do have very tall players. And that's very much a bonus in Indonesia, where they're very short. And if we have a tall team, we are going to win our fair share in the end. We do have another chance, and it is Kurnia again, from a set piece again. And it is now Persib 2, Persita 0, and we are rocking. And that was a lovely strike from outside the box, for the outside of his right foot, and he's just blasted it in. We've made a few changes to the team today. We've brought in Putra, Kurnia. Kurnia we brought in because Butuan was not playing at his best of late, and so we wanted to rotate a few players today, make a few changes, and it's paid off. And here is Walian again, who's in outstanding form, finds Madinda looking outside for Gade. He looks Gade. Who is Gade? I'm not quite sure who Gade is. And they're using false names here. But we are in again, and Kurnia has another chance, and Kurnia has made it 3-0. I'm still trying to find who Gade is out on the right there. And I'm wondering, did he mean Sato? And it is Gade. I can't see any Gade playing for us out on the right hand side here, but not to worry. And we have gone 3-0 up, and I need to find who that player is because he's having not a bad game by the look of it. It's good to see Alam back in the team after his broken hand. Goalkeepers are going to get injured as well this season. It's going to be a fact of life in this save, I mean. It's going to be a fact of life. We are winning this game quite comfortably and should go on and win this really nicely. And I'm very pleased with the number of shots we've taken, apart from Madinda, who's taking far too many from 30 yards. But overall, we are getting shots on target and we are winning the game. And it is 3-0. We just need to make sure that the AI doesn't decide to come back into the game now, as it usually does. And what I might do, as we're 3-0 up, is I might just actually try out the low block here and just go and see if this does have an effect on the goals that we concede, or whether that is just a false promise from the assistant manager or the coaching staff, because as yet I'm still not allowed an assistant manager. But we shall see. So we're going to go into the low block now. We're going to maintain our balanced approach, because at the moment we seem to be controlling the ball. Although I did say that we were giving the ball away, and we did give the ball away there, and they have come back into the game. And I'm not sure the low block is exactly the right thing to do, but I don't even think it's had time to get into effect yet. And this happens a lot. The AI have changed their play, and somehow they've become a better team in the second half just by making a tweak to their tactic. And I don't know what they've done yet, but it's obviously something major, because suddenly they look like world beaters. And this often happens, so we have to combat this. And just hoping maybe that the low block will actually combat it and that there is nothing to worry about. But that didn't seem to me to look like that was a goal scored from near the penalty area. And here come Persita again. And there's a ball over the top, and it could be the lines that are at fault, and they're almost in. And maybe it is the lines I have to look at. And maybe they're playing more direct. So I'm going to play with a standard line and drop the line back a little bit more, just to make sure that they don't get these balls over the top. Maybe that's what they've decided to do at half-time. And I think that was Madinda again, was it? And it's going to be, this team Persita from Tangerang. Tangerang is very near to where I used to live. I used to live in West Jakarta. Tangerang was like very, very close to, I used to live in Tanjung Duren. And Tangerang was very, very close. Well, that was probably just a few miles away from where I lived. And was it Tanjung Duren? I can't remember. And here is Haryadi on the left wing, and we've got a chance, and we can't put it away. It still remains 3-1, and are Persita going to come back into this game and score 2 goals again? Because usually these games finish at 3-2. I have noticed we have a lot of 3-2 results, and at the moment things are not looking very good. Persita are suddenly a much better team in this second half. I'm just wondering, have they made any substitutions? Is this what it's all about? This guy Setiawan has been come on as a sub, but I don't think it can be that. And at the moment, we're not doing very well. We still have all the match momentum, and Persita have just been in the game for just a few moments. But we'll go make some changes now. And so I have made a few changes, not too many. I've changed my fullbacks just to give some fresh legs down the flanks there, because I'm concerned that we might be losing a little bit of pace down the flanks. Ball into the box from a corner. We're still the better team here. And there's a chance, and it's a great save and goes out for a corner. But at the moment, after 72 minutes, we have not added to our 3 goals that we had in the first half. I'm a bit annoyed with the second half as we look to get another chance from a corner. It's headed away at the near post. It comes out to Fabriansi. There's a ball into the box, and it's headed wide by Walian. That's unlike him. The forwards are playing well. Midfield's not doing too bad. Everybody's doing okay, but I'm really not happy with the fact that we go 3-0 up and can't add to what we're doing. And it's part of what's been happening this season, and the opposition do come back and score 2 goals in the second half, and we win 3-2. That's obviously a little bit of a worry, and we need to put that to sleep. We need to stop that happening. And at the moment, it's back to 3-1. The low block seems to have stopped them adding to it, and the fact that we are defending slightly deeper for when they put those balls over the top seems to have stopped them adding to their scoreline. And we've done well. We've won the ball, and here is Clock to Haryadi looking to bring it forward. He finds Walian inside to Madinda needs to find a pass. He has to Karina, and that's a beautiful pass, and Walian has made it 4-1. And finally we've added a goal in the second half, and maybe the low block was the thing to do. Once we went ahead, then go into the low block and contain them. And I think it was possibly more also about the lines, because it may be these teams are playing a lot more direct as the game progresses, and they're looking to get back into the game by playing a lot more direct football. I'm going to go and make some changes again. And so we have made our final 2 changes. Klopp was tired, as well as Walian being tired. We brought on Butuan, we've moved up Kurnia to striker, and we brought on Irianto to replace Klopp to see this game out. And we have beaten Persita by 4-1. It was a good victory. I expected a good victory. And I'm going to say that was nice work. Well done, everybody. A good victory, and that keeps us 5 points clear at the top of the table. Borneo having won earlier by 3-2 as well. And it does seem that we might be in store for a lot of 3-2 wins as this season goes by. We have to get ready for our next game now, and we will be playing against Persik, and we need to do well in that. It's going to be a little bit of a tougher test, that one. So I will go and get the team ready as usual, and then we will see you right before kickoff. We'll be back very soon. Let's go and kick some balls. And here we are, and the team today for the game against Persik is going to be a very different game, this one, a much tougher game. In goal we have Paku Alam with Antara keeping his place at right wing back, Kuipers, Rodriguez and Satu at the back, Irianto, Madinda and Clock in midfield, with Haryadi, Kurnia also keeping his place at the right, on the right wing, and Walian will play up top. I do feel that we should win this game, but I am a little confused about how we are playing, and I'm not sure whether it's the lines that are causing us to concede a lot of goals or whether it is what the staff are saying, the low block. And it's a match we should be winning. So come on, boys. I need a strong defence today. I'm expecting to see you dominate the game. They aren't as good as we are, and we should be beating them. And so hopefully we will do just that. And there's a lovely cross into the box. We have the first highlight, but that's going out for a corner, is it? No, it's Hariadi is going to pick it up, and he finds Sato. Sato looking to get the ball into the box. We have a chance, and it has gone wide. And that was a gilt-edged chance and should have taken it. But we've made the better start. I've just gone with a standard line. I'm not going to change anything in terms of the high press. I think we are the best team in the league, and we should be able to press teams, and therefore I'm going to play high up the pitch, put pressure on them and press. But I have come to a balanced mentality, and we have scored, and Walian has got his, I think, 11th goal of the season now, and he is scoring goals for fun, that boy. And he has Sato again, who's having a great season so far. He's one of the foreign players that I had to make room for, but I did by leaving out other players who I've consequently upset, but it was worth keeping Sato in there. He's playing extremely well. He set up the assist, and it's now 1-0, and we are on course again. And if we have a look around the grounds, we'll be able to see how Borneo are getting on, and have we extended our lead. But Borneo have taken the lead as well, and we have another chance at the set piece, and it goes over the crossbar. Borneo have taken the lead, so we will remain 5 points clear. All we need to do is to worry about what we are doing here. I'm not happy that our shots are not on target again, and that we've only had one on target. We have scored from that, but we need to be doing a lot better. And as yet, we're still not finding the target. And as we come up to half time, maybe we need to do something in order to help us to find the target. And there is that Guede, and I'm not quite sure who he is. I don't have a Guede playing in the team. So he is Pulu Guede. And he's obviously using some false name, and I'm not quite sure who it is. I think it might be Antara, because I can't find Antara anywhere. And that's where Antara should be. And I think he's using the name Guede. And here is Hariadi. Hariadi into the box. Get it across. We do have men inside. Get it across. It has gone in again. It's Walian has scored again. I got a funny feeling he was offside there, but I think he's got away with it. And we have taken a 2-0 lead. And these teams, we are rolling away at the moment. The tactics working nicely. I think we'll settle on this standard line, a balanced perspective, and we'll settle on just maybe playing the way that we are. We don't need to press teams, but when we do press teams, it looks a lot better for us. We do have a free kick. We're dominating the game now, and it's going to be Madinda. It's always a worry, Madinda, from this kind of distance. But he's hit the post again. That's 3 times Madinda has hit the post in the last 2 games. He is a bit of a worry. He's either doing it deliberately, in which case he's showing off, or he's just very, very unlucky. We've got Kuipers, who is consistent. He was complacent. He is quite consistent. And I need to be telling them it's important that we do not allow complacency to creep in. And that will do for a team talk, especially as Kuipers was looking a little bit complacent there in the dressing room. We have dominated the game. Even though we haven't had the possession, we've absolutely out-created them in terms of chances. But once again, it's going to be the opposition, Persik, who are looking the better team already in the second half. This is very much a common thing that happens. We are going to continue to force them back for now. But it is very, very common for this to happen, that just after half-time, the opposition will look like they are a much better team. And I don't know whether it's because we go off the boil, or because we score a lot in the first half, or whether it's because the AI changes its way of playing and we just don't pick up on how they're playing. But everything looks different. They look like they're a better team. And it's very odd, very odd. But we just have to be vigilant. Just keep going with what we're doing. They're passing it a little bit shorter by the look of it, trying to pass it around, and they are in. They have got a chance. Here's the goal, and there it is. And this happens every single game. I don't understand why it happens. We're not doing anything differently, and the opposition, what are they doing differently? Every team does this. And this time we were already in the standard line. So out of just sheer frustration and confusion, I'm going to go into the low block again and just see if that stops them from scoring again. But this is just total confusion because this happens every single game. And I don't know whether it is because we just get complacent or whether because the opposition are doing something. But every team is the same, which is why we've had so many 3-2s in terms of results, because we're 3-0 up at half-time and then the opposition win the second half 2-0. And I don't know why it's happening, but it is. And it's a regular thing. It's not something that's not regular. It's happening all the time in every single game. So I need to figure out what this is. But at the moment, we are still leading. We've got to remember, we're still ahead. As we have another pass, and Wallian is in space. A lovely ball from Cunha, and Wallian fires it over the crossbar. And at the moment, it's not looking very good. Our shots on target ratio is poor, and it's not looking very good. This has got draw written all over it. Unless we do something, this has got draw written all over it. I think I need to make some changes. And so we have made my changes, and I wonder if I should go back and play in a more cautious way. I wonder if mentality plays a lot more part in this year's game, and if we need to be less risk-taking, and it won't affect how much you're attacking. You'll just not take too many risks at the back. We'll give it a try. We'll go to cautious. We're winning this league by so much. We can afford to play with the mentality a little bit. I'm just wondering, though, is it because of mentality and in particular the amount of risks that we're taking? And Abdulaziz is in. He's just come on and he's made it 3-1. And I do wonder, is it to do with mentality? And is it to do with the amount of risks that we are taking? And instead of just being patient, we are playing silly passes up the pitch and giving the ball away in transition. I wonder, and by playing with this in terms of our mentality, we might be able to control the game this season, this series, this FM24, by using mentality a little bit better. So far, that has helped. And we are not doing anything silly. We've not given anything away. We've continued to absolutely dominate them. And it's working. The low block's working with a cautious mentality. And they're finding it very difficult to break us down. And there's another chance it hit the crossbar. I thought it was going to be a 3-2 result again, which would have been very, very strange. But we have held on. And maybe that's what we have to do in FM24. Maybe it is to do with mentality. And that's a good learning factor. Nice work, everyone. That was very good. That was a tougher test than we had in our first game. And we have maintained our lead at the top, and in fact Borneo have lost to Persebaya, and now we have gone 8 points clear at the top of the league, and we are looking good. We are looking very, very good in terms of this competition. What I need to do is I need to go away, and we will come back possibly towards the end of November, beginning of December. I want to play a cup match in the next episode, but that will be coming back too early. Might be good to come back if there's a cup match around about the end of November, beginning of December, and we'll see where we are then. And I feel very optimistic that we should still be top of the league at that point. And so that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then I can tell you, you're definitely in the right place. It won't always be this easy. It's going to get harder. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. I've only had one slip up so far. We've won all our games apart from one. We've won one trophy. I've got to be a very happy manager at this point. But it could all change. Who knows? All that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.